city girl, long time listener. I have like a two-parter question. So right now I am 25 and I am a virgin. I know, and I listen to your show, but I think I want to change that. So do you have any tips now? And also, because I am 25, young and lit, I kind of want to know where the rich niggas at, how to get chicks, how to fly out. I know that you're in a different space now of love and companionship and wanting niggas to take out the trash. But how do I get that same thing you were having when you were 25, like the fly out, the bills paid? Because right now a girl is working, and I'm not really trying to that hard. All right, thank you so much, and yeah, you love horrible.
Y'all, now this is crazy. By the way, it's fine that virgins listen to us. We talk a lot more than just sex, and it's entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, I watch movies, you know, where niggas is jumping out of planes and ain't never jumped out of a plane before. Like, it's fine. This is entertainment, okay? So two-part question. And I'm going to break it into two parts because first off, I want to talk to you about being 25 and being a virgin. You said you want to change being a virgin. That's the first part. I think the word intentional is going to be used here as well. However, I want to just tell you, and ladies listening, please let me know in the comments if I'm being too harsh. I don't think there's a right or perfect way to lose your virginity. It could be with a longtime boyfriend, but then maybe y'all break up. It could be with a long-standing crush. Like my first was my grade school crush, and I was braiding his hair, and then he ended up getting inside of me while my mama was at work. Crazy. I don't think there's a perfect way to lose it. However, I think as a woman, with the choice and knowing as much as we know now with consent and all those things, I would just say when you are ready to make it the most, damn, that word intentional, bitch. I'm about to look up a thesaurus for another word, intentional. But I think it needs to be discussed with the person. I think that you need to make sure that they are aware that this is your first time, and hopefully they're loving and caring and show you that grace that is, I think, oftentimes stripped from women in giving up their virginity to a man. And don't feel the pressure. I mean, I know you listen to the show. I know you hear hella people having fun and sex is amazing. Girl, the first couple years of sex, I was just figuring it out. I don't know. If I look back, I wasn't having great sex. So just know it is going to take you a while to learn yourself, your body, what you like, what you don't like, being comfortable, being secure, not worrying about if one titty is over here and the other is down there, or how your role may look to them. Or I'm not going to lie. There's so many things that aren't discussed about giving your body and yourself to someone else in the moment that it's just going to take some time. So like I said, I would say be intentional and make sure the person that you give this part of you to is not only deserving, but is aware that this is what this moment is. And hopefully they're a partner. I don't believe you are in a relationship because of the second part of this question. Now, the second part of this question, whew. So this was my hardest chapter to write in our book. This is the part of the podcast that I have the most shame. This is the topic of discussion that took Weezy and I close to a year to even agree on this book for, because she felt that it would be contradictory to the brand of horrible decisions to have shame. And I was like, no, bro, I'm in therapy and I'm realizing this is tough for me. Like, I was out here fucking for the $500, for the stack, for a pair of jeans, for the cost of a tomahawk steak, bitch. Like, and knowing now my self-worth, my value, and things like that, I I am upset a bit at this letter asking from a virgin not only how to lose their virginity, but in the same breath, how to be a prostitute. And that's essentially what this is. That's essentially what I was doing. I was involving myself in a form of sex work by using my body as a form of currency in exchange for flights, in exchange for money, in exchange for moments, and in becoming someone of value, who's busted her ass to do and be able to live how she wants, to know that I have purchased a pair of jeans that is hanging in my closet that I ain't even worn yet because that money meant nothing, and to know that that was the price tag on my pussy at one point is crazy. This I've reworked. I don't think you guys realize that in this book coming up, I have a chapter on sexual assault, on abortion, on my ex, there's a lot of deep trauma that I put into this book, and this topic brought the most tears, was the very last chapter for me to write, because as I would go and start writing it, I would feel shame. Like I was full of shame. I'm still currently working past what my 20s was and what sex was for me and what that relationship with men entailed. And so at 33, I'm not going to advise any woman to be out here selling coochie if they don't have to. Like it was survival sex for me. And I definitely spoke about it on this podcast like it was lavish. Like, bitch, if a nigga ain't dropping no bag, girl, he ain't But really, bitch, I had bills to pay. And between all the jobs I was working and my fucking Sally Mae loans and financial aid, I was making it. And I used that as a form to just fucking make it. And looking back at it now and having a different view on what money is, or what that comma looks like, or the difference between 1,000 and 10,000 and 10,000 and 50,000. And like, I've made in one weekend what back in my 20s took me a year to make, working 40-hour weeks. And so like, just my mind has changed on what that looks like. My mind on sex has changed. My mind on intimacy and the importance of affection and connection with a person has changed. And so this is actually where we have tons of sex workers come on the podcast and talk about their journey. My only advice for you would be to listen back to those episodes. I am not in a place where I condone a woman doing it just to pay bills or be blown out. Get you a man with money who values you, who wants you to see the world. That's what I would say. Be intentional with maybe the caliber of men that you choose to date or who pursues you. And in doing so, let them know you're seeking affection, you're seeking love, you're seeking someone who cares for you, and you'd love to see the world. I think a man that loves and values you or really fucks with you wants to make you happy. So if the things you want are assistance with bills or to go to an island you've never been to, the way to do that is to vocalize that in a healthy relationship, in a setting with a man that wants nothing to do but to put a smile on your face.